Good afternoon. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about, you guessed it, running shoes. So this is the, what's it called? The Salomon Accelerate 3. I think W. I guess they call W all of the women's shoes. Let me pull a little bit closer so y'all can see. So this is from Salomon's Road running line. It has a heel to toe drop. That's the distance from this to here. The drop is 6 millimeters. Oops, out of focus. And they're pretty light shoes. I have some of Salomon's trail shoes too. If I would categorize these are like your really lightweight trainers, so they're like not a racing shoe, but they're pretty close. What I really liked about these from the get-go was the cushioning was like super soft, super bouncy. They've got the patented OptiVibe technology, which means there's 2 different densities of foam in this shoe. So you have like your more, I think this foam is a little bit softer, and then this is supposed to be like absorbing more shock in the heel for, I don't know, I guess when your heel is making contact with the ground, which honestly I find strange because this is a shoe designed more for people with like midfoot to forefoot strikes. But I like this system a lot for downhills actually. Like I appreciate that they have this like heel, like this firmer heel cup. Or maybe it's softer, I can't remember. But anyway, so they have the different foam for the heel. And this really, really facilitates when you're going downhill because you strike here when you go downhill and you're just like rolling. And actually so my sister tried actually to buy one of these shoes too, and it went on sale in the US. And there's a huge problem actually with this heel cup. I think Salomon thought they were being modern. But the first couple of times I wore this actually gave me blisters. And now I'm finding it's a little ridiculous that they didn't just put real foam or supportive material into the heel, because like it's super annoying actually. Like over time I'm finding actually that my Achilles tendon is getting a little bit tired in this shoe, which I hadn't experienced before until now. Maybe it's all the hill running, but no, I really feel like that started when I was using this. Also I find that over time, since I was using this, but it's also my fault because I was trail running in this, I shouldn't have done that, but for my left foot, well this is a right shoe, but my left foot I was having some stiffness in my toe again, which is a problem I generally find in like lighter, more flexible shoes. But let me tell you all, this shoe is fast. Like, so in my other shoes, and especially the Salomon Sense Ride, which is a heavier shoe, I don't know, I feel like my feet are a little slower, you know, you have to pick up the shoe, it takes a little more time, but these are super light. So I feel like I'm consistently hitting like 8:30 mile pace in this, no problem, over shorter distances. I mean, if it's a little longer, maybe more. And it's just like, it just goes and goes. Like it's just light enough that you don't have to feel burdened when you pick it up, but there's just enough cushioning that like when you're hitting the asphalt, it really, like, it's a good feel, you know, like it's a good feeling shoe, snappy. Also, another thing I really appreciate is that actually, so even though this material is quite porous, when you want to wash it off, like if you get it really muddy, like me running road shoes in the forest, like I should not be doing, yeah, the thing about this is you can clean it right off with water. Like you could take a napkin, whatever, a towel, take all the dirt right off. Like it doesn't attract very much dirt. The only thing I would say is that sometimes little rocks or dirt come here in the bottom. Also appreciate the rubber on the bottom, kind of ups the durability factor here. And the sole is a very interesting design. They've got the split down the middle and these little ridges here. They call this like decoupled technology, like that there's different I guess zones for the different regions of the foot. I don't know how much of this is hype or how much of this actually helps you, but it's some thoughtful design elements, you know. See, look, it snaps a little bit. So I'm about 70-ish miles into this shoe. I'm hoping to get it to, for my purposes, at least 200, but I think normal people don't replace their shoes as often as me, but I'm super paranoid about injuries, so I get rid of mine fairly quickly. So I'm hoping this lasts me to at least 200. A normal person would probably hope to run this to 300 miles, I don't know. I'd totally buy again, though I'd have to consider if maybe I want to get the Salomon Balance, like either the 3 or the 4 model, because this heel thing, this fake heel counter where there's like not a real, see here how it's just like pretend, I think that might be a deal breaker. And so these are 6mm drop shoes, the Balance are 8. That would be my only suggestion for the future. I might just have to go to that line of shoe instead. Sometime over the summer, I'm expecting to receive some Salomon Predict SOC shoes that we'd gotten in the US, but I mean, I'm in Germany, so whenever I see someone in my family, they can pass those on to me. And so those shoes are a lot more cushioned, and I'm also excited for that kind of shoe. I haven't had a super cushioned shoe before. Most of my footwear is quite minimal. I don't know, in the past, I was super purist about low drop shoes. Like, I was obsessed. Like, it was like 4mm or bust. Like, anything lower than 4mm. But since trying out Salomon, like, they have shoes with higher drops, like at least 8 usually, if not 10. So this being 6mm drop, it's like a nice compromise. I feel like it helps me to be able to still be forefoot running, but then also if it's raised up a little bit in the heel, yeah, I'm kind of compromising on the heel drop now, because when the heel drop is higher, it helps a lot to run up and down hills. Like when you're running up, it's a little bit less tough on your Achilles tendon, and when you're running down, that extra cushioning in the heel really helps you once you're hitting the ground down, and to make that successful roll without, hurting yourself or falling. And yeah, so honestly, huge Salomon fan now. I was running with Saucony for years, and I thought it was like the pinnacle of running, but that just goes to show you guys, you gotta try out new things every now and then. You can't get settled on one brand or whatever, because so many exciting shoes have been coming out in the last couple of years, and what a time to be alive. What a stressful time to be alive, but in the running shoe world, what an exciting time to be alive. I mean, if you can afford to buy any of the shoes, but if you can, yeah, what a life. So hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions about the experience I had with this shoe, just hit me up. Have a nice afternoon. Bye.